YouTube channel name, investing money, financial money, financial, stonks, beanstalks. I can work with that. My name's Nick, welcome to the channel, and I know what you're thinking. Nick, your name's not Financial Beanstalk. Speaking of which, Financial Beanstalk, that's kind of a stupid name for a channel. Why would you even name it that? Well, glad you asked. Mainly named it that just because I was trying to come up with a clever brand. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. Alright, so that actually might be kind of the reason behind the name, but there's a bit more to why I picked that. I've always had an interest in these old stories and books, Jack and the Beanstalk being one of them.
I smell the blood of an Englishman.
Now, these stories were written obviously back in the day to teach some sort of moral lesson. Now, we won't get into Jack's thievery or his eventual murder of a giant, but as I reread the story through the lens of a financial YouTube channel, I realized, there actually are quite a bit of application to our finances and money. So here's what I learned. Alright, so let's recap the story real quick for those who either don't remember how it goes or those who don't know it at all. Jack and his mom are super poor. Their lone source of income comes from a cow that makes milk that they then sell. One day the cow stops making milk, so they lose their lone source of income. Jack's mom tells him to go to the market to sell the cow. Jack goes to the market and runs into a funny looking man who offers to trade him straight up cow for beans. Jack takes the deal, but when he gets home, his mom is super pissed because he traded the cow for beans instead of some money. So she takes the beans and throws them straight out the window. Next morning, there's a giant beanstalk outside their yard. Jack climbs the beanstalk and meets the giant's wife. Jack tells her that he's super hungry. She offers to give him some food, but then the giant gets home. Giant likes to eat little boys. Giant's wife helps Jack hide until the giant falls asleep. As the giant falls asleep, he likes to cuddle with his bags of money, so he grabs a couple bags of money and dozes off. Jack starts sneaking out, but as he's leaving, he decides to take one of the bags of money. Jack escapes, climbs down the beanstalk, and gives the bag of coins to his mom. They live off the bag of coins for a while, but eventually it runs out. Jack climbs the beanstalk again. Same sequence of events. He meets the giant's wife. Giant's wife gives him food. Giant comes home. Jack hides. As he's hiding, the giant asks for his hen that lays golden eggs. Jack waits for the giant to fall asleep again. He does, and then he escapes again, this time taking the hen that lays golden eggs with him. Jack is not content, so he decides to climb the beanstalk one last time. This time he does not meet the giant's wife, because she's super pissed at him too, but he just waits outside until his opportunity comes. Eventually the giant asks for his magic harp that plays automatically. Jack waits patiently for his chance, and eventually he takes the harp. But the giant sees him and chases after him. Jack climbs down the beanstalk with the giant behind him. As Jack hits the ground, he decides to chop down the beanstalk, chops down the beanstalk, and the giant falls to his death. Jack and his mom then live happily ever after with a hen that lays golden eggs and a magical harp. The end. Let's get to the lessons. First one being the idea of having multiple sources of income. Now, Jack and his mom relied on the cow for milk to then sell, but when the cow stopped producing milk, they were out of luck. Now, they were going to sell the cow, which would have gotten by for a little while longer, but that would have run out pretty quick. Had they had a different source of income, maybe Jack did something and his mom also did something on the side, they would have been able to weather the storm. Now, in today's world, some common ones would be having a rental property or dividends coming in, and probably the most common one would be having a side hustle. Just look at the economy right now. People are losing their jobs left and right, but I do know some people who have set up these multiple income streams who aren't panicking because they know that they've set themselves up to be ready for anything. Now, if you don't have multiple income streams currently and you're working on some stuff, the alternative is to have an emergency fund so you can at least fall back on that. Now, there are a million options for side hustles or passive income streams. I can't tell you exactly what to do. You need to find your own unique skill set, see what works for you, and then run with it. Find your eventual golden egg-laying hen or magic harp and live happily ever after. We'll call this lesson 1A in regards to passive income. Jack's mom immediately threw the beans out the window when he brought them back. So it might look weird to others what you're doing, but if you've done your research and you found something that you do enjoy and can bring in that passive income, stay confident and keep running with it. The second lesson is you actually need to put in some work. You don't just plant your magic beans and everything just starts magically working out for you. You actually need to climb the beanstalk, steal from a giant, or more likely put, find opportunities and take advantage of them when they do arise. or you'll just be sitting around blaming others that they have it easier. Why can't I have what they have? But you don't even know the work that they are putting in on the back end. So remember, after the beans are planted, after you do have stuff in the works, you need to keep at it, stay consistent, and eventually it will start panning out for you. The third lesson is you might need some help along the way, so put your pride to the side and take it when it's offered. So the giant's wife was extremely friendly to Jack when he first climbed the beanstalk. She gave him some food and even helped him hide the first couple times. So that's kind of my goal with this channel, is to provide some sort of education to help you along the way. The fourth lesson is if you are disciplined, eventually you get to quit working. Like the story says, Jack and his mom got to live happily ever after. Had Jack just climbed the beanstalk once, he would never have made it out of his poor situation, but he climbed it again and again, and eventually that allowed him to retire. Now, regardless of what your thoughts on retirement are, the point is to have the ability to not work if you don't want to or don't need to, and that's with a plan, and that's what investments can do for you when you stick to that plan. I linked the full story in the description below, so go ahead and read it and let me know if I'm completely off base with my lessons. Let me know if there are any other stories I should look at in the future, any of those classic fairy tales in the comment section below, because I actually really enjoyed reading it with this mindset. So again, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe if you have not already, and we will see you next time. Bonus lesson, don't sleep with money in your mattress like the giant does sleeping with bags of coins, or eventually a little boy will come and steal them, he'll take all your possessions, and eventually you'll die.